Heather, I am deeply passionate about mental health. You and I share something in common. I have PTSD. I'm pretty vocal about it because I believe there's a lot more compassion that needs to be there for mental health. I think that there's a lot more work that needs to be done. You and I have been working on this to get rid of the stigma around mental health. And it's something that I don't think you and I are ever going to stop using our voices for because of what you and I experience on a daily basis.
Absolutely. And and I want to just bring up in reflection of that is what people with PTSD experience on a daily basis may or may not be visible or invisible to people around us, the world, and sometimes ourselves in the moment or in reflection of the moment. And so just moving forward with that, how did those experiences that you had, how did that shape who you are today and how you move in the world? You know, from you became a psychologist and you wrote
No,
and sorry.
let me clarify that. I'm not, okay, I went to school, and I got a bachelor's. I minored in
Okay.
psychology and I minored in gender studies. It is something we know that mental health is something we deal with every day. We deal with it every day, whether we deal with it privately or in the public. And when you're in the public eye, it's even harder to deal with your mental health. It's, you know that, you're in the public eye. Um, People look at me when I tell people I have PTSD, they look at me and the first thing they say is, "You don't look like somebody who has PTSD." Not only is that comment offensive when people say that to me, or it's exactly what you're talking about, Heather. It's our invisible scars that you and I are wearing every single day to navigate through life with PTSD is challenging. It's hard for us.
Yeah, it is very challenging and every day I think I know for myself I have a routine that I have now that I follow and that I stick to as much as possible so that I can stay on that path that keeps me in the right frame of mind, the mental health space to be able to follow my purpose again and help others and serve others. Do you have a routine that you stick to as well to do this? Because I know that you do serve a lot of people in the world, and especially veterans and law enforcement and those who have served. How does that show up in your day every day? Like, what does that look like? I think for a lot of people that want to serve again and help again that do have PTSD, maybe we could talk about what steps that they can start doing to be able to get themselves in a place where they can have that routine to support themselves to do more of that service like that you do.
There's a couple things. First of all, I work with two incredible therapists, right? Two phenomenal. I want to give them credit because as I'm taking care of a quarter million people every day, they're taking care of me, right? And they've given me how to navigate. I'm a huge fan of therapy. I've been going to therapy pretty much a huge part of my life, whether it was going for a while, then stopped, went back. I would say the biggest thing you're asking tips on how I do it.
Mhm.
I devote 1 hour to myself every day. I am an early riser, and that 1 hour of I would say I take it to like center myself, take a deep breath, enjoy that morning cup of coffee, but I take 1 hour to myself. And if I don't have that 1 hour to myself, every morning, it throws me off for like the rest of the day. I also I journal a lot, Heather. I write a lot. I'm very, you know this, I'm very into writing poetry. And I paint and I do photography and I get out into nature. And it's interestingly enough, I was speaking with a psychologist the other day, and him and I were talking about how much nature is healing for us. That like those quiet sounds, right? Those very, very quiet sounds. It's it's hard for me. I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2008 after a really traumatic, horrific experience. I've survived two attempted rapes where people had to step in and save me. I also survived an attempted kidnapping where somebody saved me. Um, and then that's only I shared with you privately that I'm